What's going on, Full Circle Fitness fans? Today we got another Fitness After 40 video for you. This is going to be for all the busy people out there like myself that sometimes find it hard to get a workout routine in, okay? I only got 15 or 20 minutes. What can I do? Do core. So that's what today is going to be, Fitness After 40 Core Blast. We're going to show you 4 exercises that you can do for 1 minute each with a 30-second rest in between. Because you're doing those strict time intervals, you can get a lot in a little bit amount of time, all right? So we're going to do 2 rounds with you today, which should take about 15 to 20 minutes, depending on how long you're resting in between. If it happens quicker, that's great. Go to a 3rd or 4th round if you have time and you want to make it a little bit harder, all right? These are simple but effective overall core exercises that you can do that's going to work everything from your abdominals to your lower back to your internal, external obliques, everything that's going to help stabilize your pelvis and your hips. It's going to help improve your gait. It's going to help reduce inflammation and everyday pain and stiffness. These are the whole points of working your core region. All right, it's very advantageous to do your core every day. So we're going to run through with it in about 30 seconds, 4 exercises. Let's get to it. Yes! All right, we got 4 exercises. The first exercise is going to be reverse crunch rocker. It's a slight modification from a normal reverse crunch. We'll show you at this angle first. Toes are flexed up, legs are bent at 90 degrees. We're going to lift our hips up, butt comes up off the floor using our lower abs, and we're just going to go side to side. So I'm going to bring my legs to the side first, lift, and bring it to the other side. Notice how my butt comes up, and then it goes to the other side, almost like you're putting it in 2 different ditches, okay? Lift up, come down. So let's go ahead and get started with that for 1 minute. All right, so we're gonna tuck, we're gonna lift it to one side, bring it down. You can use your hands if you want to, or just have your elbows on the ground and try to really use just your abdominals. The advantage of doing those reverse crunches is you're really taxing the lower abdominal region, which is a lot weaker than the upper. Going side to side, tuck and lift. And you can do this motion slow like that. Lift, bring it to the side, lift, bring it to the side. Again, I'll show you at a little bit different angle. So lift, bring it to the side, lift, bring it to the side. Now I have my head up obviously because I'm looking at the camera, but keep your head down for the most part. If you want to make it a little more challenging in your upper abs too, you could sit up if you want. Not required though. A couple more. Last one. Woo. All right, 30-second rest. Getting into the next exercise is a hip thrust windshield wiper. So again, a combination of 2 different exercises. We're going hip thrust straight up. Toes are flexed, hands are down. We're going up, and then we're gonna go side to side. All right, so we'll start that. Show you from this angle. I like touching just the heels on those windshield wipers. But again, you can modify it. It's up to you. Let's go ahead and get started. Again, if you want to use your hands to help your hips get up, it's perfectly fine. As you get stronger, you can just use your elbows. What we're doing here is we're, again, working that lower abdominal region. Great way to work the transverse abdominis. Some of those deep intrinsic core stabilizers as well. Doing those windshield wipers, internal, external obliques too. Side, up, and side. Okay, back to the middle, hip thrust up, side, all the way up, side. I kind of think of it like a rainbow or an arc. Okay, 1, all the way up, and 2, and then when you get back to the tip of that arc, that's when you do the reverse or the hip thrust. 1, 2, and up. Let's finish with 1 more. 1, and rest. Okay, 30 seconds. Next exercise is a flutter kick with a scissor kick. So another combination. We'll show you from this angle first. Now, you must remember in all these exercises to really push your belly button deep to the floor. If your lower back's coming up, you got to raise your legs up higher. Okay, so scissor kicks and flutter kicks. You can just alternate between the 2. Make sure you're keeping your lower back flat. If you can't stay flat, raise your legs up higher. Let's go ahead and get started. I like to have my hands out into a T formation, really pushing those lower abs hard to that floor, okay? And then flutter kick. Deep breaths. It's really hard the lower you go to keep that lower back flat to that floor. Get some inner thigh action on these scissor kicks. Halfway there, keep going. Get them low. And again, you can bring them back up if you need to. Hit those scissor kicks. Keep pushing. I'm burning with you. That's why it's core blast. Okay, bring them low. Keep those abs tight. Keep those abs tight. Don't let that lower back come up. Almost there. Keep going. And good. All right, 30-second rest. Last exercise in this round is a plank alternating hip drop, okay? Some people call this a plank twist. What you're doing in a plank position, on your toes, head looking down, shoulders back. You're gonna just rotate your hips side to side, dropping your hip off to one side. Just make sure when you're doing this, you're not arching your lower back, okay? You can also do this to your knees if you need to. So let's go ahead and get started. Good proper alignment with your plank first. And then we're pivoting side to side. Okay? Keeping that core nice and tight. Show you from this angle. Okay? Twisting side to side. So not only are you getting that great isometric contraction in that core from the plank, you can get a little lateral development in the abs, internal, external obliques, again, from this twisting movement, okay? Doesn't take much. Okay, again, we can go back to this angle, 15 seconds. Keeping that core nice and tight. I like to squeeze the glutes. And rest. Okay, now you got 30 seconds. We're going right back into round one, okay? So the reverse crunch rockers. We're gonna go through this a whole nother round and really tax those abs. So remember the reverse crunch rockers, tucking them in, going side to side. You should feel a little bit of fatigue in your abs by now if you're doing it right, okay? And again, if you get stronger abs than me, go to a third and fourth round. But let's go. Touch and drop. Tuck in and drop. Okay, you don't need to use your hands if you don't want to. If you need to, put your hands down. So tuck and lift. Tuck and lift. But if you're in a time crunch, this is probably just some of my favorite abdominal exercises to do. Simple but not easy and effective, which is what we're looking for in a time crunch. And if you do feel any strain in your lower back when you're doing any of these, go ahead and stop, take a rest, let your abs recover, and then go through it again. And again, if you're still having pain, go back to some of our other videos on how to stretch those abdominal areas and your core areas and relieve some stress on that pelvis. All right, so now we're going to get into our hip thrust windshield wiper. So again, remember when you're doing this, you're going legs straight as possible. A lot of times I'll see people that don't have the flexibility in their hamstrings, so they just do that, which is fine, okay? You work your way up to getting your legs straighter. And then you're going side to side. Hands out into a T. Let's go ahead and do it. So we're up, and then one into that arc, two. So when you're doing this, if you feel like you can't come down more than here without strain on your back, then that's fine. You just stop right there, come back up, right into that hip up. So 1, 2, and then hip up. Now, if you want, you can add more hip thrusts, okay? You can do 2 in a row, and then do the windshield wiper. But I liked combining this together because it really does hit kind of all those good core muscles you need when you're doing lateral twists. Okay, all the ones I mentioned earlier. All right, we're almost there. 1, 2. And so even though I'm going side to side and up, I'm really making sure that that lower back stays as fixed to that pad as possible. Obviously, when you're twisting, it's going to come up. But so let's go into the next one. All right, we got flutter kicks with scissor kicks again. Making sure we're squeezing that core, pushing it in. All right. So maybe during your break, you're just doing some belly pushes to kind of warm it up and get ready. Hands out into a T, legs straight out. Let's go ahead and start. So driving that lower back to the floor. Again, if it's starting to come up, raise it up a little bit higher. Okay, and then you're alternating with the scissors. And even with myself, it takes a while to be like, oh, I'm arching again. Let me engage those deep core muscles. Because your body just does not want to activate them. They're very weak. Okay. Getting that flutter kick. Feeling that. Coming up. Even if you have to come up all the way up here and give your abs a rest, that's fine. Just make sure you keep going. You can even sit up a little bit like this. Okay, work some upper abs while you're at it. Almost there. Burn, burning, and relax. Nice work. Last one, guys. Last one of the second round. Again, we're going to be doing plank alternating hip drops. All right, and then if you want to go through a third and fourth round, you're more than welcome to. 2 rounds is really all you need if you're in a time crunch. Do these every day. You're going to have a really strong core. All right, so let's get in position. Squeezing those abs, squeezing those glutes. And we're going to twist side to side. And again, if you're having any type of lower back pain when you're doing this, you can drop to your knees and rotate this way. Okay, it's going to be easier, but you're still working those muscles. And twist side to side, squeezing those glutes. "20 seconds left. You got this. And time. Nice job. All right, now if you want to get into some type of child's pose or some other type of hip flexor stretches, quad stretches, I would definitely recommend it after that, after you're done with your abdominal workout. But there you go. There's a quick core blast. Add it into your weekly regimen, and you're going to see a definite improvement in your core strength and stability. All right, as always, be safe, be active, and be healthy. And make sure you check out our other videos, our other Fitness After 40 videos and Fitness After 60 videos. If you guys have any questions about, or you guys want to see other workouts that you can do in a pinch, let us know in the comments below. Subscribe and like it, and that helps us out. And as always, we'll see you soon.